Good morning. It is October 24th, 2023, and this is my fall garden update. It has been a little bit hot and smoky, so I haven't been getting out here as much as I would like. Oh, hi, Magic. There's Kitty. But the wind has picked up and it's dropped down to the 70s now. A lot of October was in the 90s actually. So you'll see it's still a lot of summer stuff is growing. For instance, we still have a bunch of watermelons growing that volunteered, and this huge bush in front of me is our hibiscus, Roselle hibiscus, which is coming in like crazy. As you can see, these are the calyxes that you can harvest, and I am actually going to harvest it after I make this video to make some jam. I'll be drying some for tea. We'll have tons of it. I mean, it's gotten huge this year, which has been great. The other thing that's done really well is this okra, which at this point I am now just letting go to seed because we've had all the okra we can take for the year. And yeah, there's a bunch in the freezer as well. So this is fall, this is cleanup time. I have been going through all these beds and removing old plant material. These beds in the middle here have all been emptied out. Come up here, you can still see more okra. This stuff really went crazy this year. More okra, more and more of the hibiscus. And over here we have peppers. Now these peppers I put in, I believe, in March of this year. It's now the end of October. So they have been going non-stop for really more than half a year now. There are still tons of bell peppers everywhere. And oh look, I have my little tour guide helpers here. Here are some banana peppers. These are the tomatoes that were pretty much done, although now I'm starting to get a bunch of green tomatoes coming back. So let's take a look. This is an empty chicken house. We've got more meat birds coming, the Red Rangers, and we've got some of the American breasts that we hatched out. We'll see in a little bit in the orchard. We still have basil and quite a bit of, there's a white eggplant, and we've got a lot of this fairy tale eggplant. What else is going on here? These are kind of some sort of hybrid banana pepper that's hot. Oh, those ones are really tasty. More bell peppers. And this bed I turned over recently, and I've got some cabbages in. Over here we have, yes, more peppers. Lots and lots of peppers everywhere. These are shishito peppers. Apparently peppers grow really well in the Verde Valley. More basil, poblanos. These ones I planted late, and yet here we have tons and tons of poblanos. So these are all poblanos, basil. I can go over here. This is a new planting. These are my 2 beds of garlic, about 110, 120 cloves each, which will be about 120 heads of garlic, which is great. This is the pomegranate tree. Pomegranates are tiny this year, but they're just starting to ripen now, and the tree is just starting to change color. We have a big ash over here, and not really much foliage yet because, like I said, it's been really warm this October. This is the sweet potato, and that'll be harvested sometime in the next month. This is a bed of newly planted stuff in the last month. This is Celtis and some carrots and a few beets. Over in this little section, I just planted those 2 beds with spinach and more beets. So we can go take a peek at the quail. They have been very productive. We finally have a couple of decent roosters that are not killing everybody, and some good breeding sets now. We have 6 females to 1 male, and as you can see, lots and lots and lots of eggs. I'm going to try not to spook them. Here they are. They're in there just hanging out. They love their little sandbox. And then one more little breeding set over here of the same. And I'll have to come and collect all these eggs. We're getting about a dozen eggs a day from a dozen birds. So those are working out well. I can peek around the corner, and I've got to take this honey super off, get these bees ready for winter. There's a little bit of bee activity, but it is mostly slowed down. So I need to get them ready for some winter time. All right, let's go back over here, and I'll do a quick run through of the, I think of the greenhouse before I head over to the orchard. All right, as you can see, there's getting cleaned up, but always more to do, always more stuff to remove. And around here, it's going to be a little loud in here because the swamp coolers are running. It is still in the high 70s, and it's about noontime. So in here, this is the greenhouse. I've got lettuce growing, some spinach. I just purchased some avocado trees and some plumeria, which I've been excited to try in here. There's a few starts that are going and doing really well. The lemon tree, here's the lemon tree. It's getting fruit. It's trying to fruit. I hope we get some this year. It's had a hard time with pests. I've had a hard time with pests in here. I've got some cucumbers still coming up. Lots and lots of jalapenos. Some old eggplant that I'm going to harvest for seeds pretty soon. They're pretty much done. This is the start table. I still have a few I could put in, some cabbages and other greens. More greens over here. Celtis in here too. It makes a great salad green, and then you can harvest the stalks and pickle it, and other odds and ends in here. But that's the greenhouse is doing pretty well. I'm gonna get back outside. All right, hi Magic. She just follows me everywhere I go. Okay, let's go around this way, over to the orchard. This is where I mostly have my kind of flowers and medicinals, but there was some sort of grass that kind of totally took over this area. I've been pulling out some calendula flowers. Fig tree is, there were some figs on it earlier. Yeah, there's a few. We're still getting a few in there. Compost, cat, persimmon tree did not produce any fruit this year, but it did a lot of growing, so maybe next year it would be great if we could get some. Okay, so over here in the orchard, the garden extension, these trellises are almost done. I'm letting all these flowers go to seed, so hopefully they'll come back. And then I've got my loofah, which is now drying. Go through here. Pretty cool stuff. Let me get around to the other side. Yeah, this is starting to dry. Here, you can see this one in the light. And brown, it's turning yellow. Starting to get a little squishy. I've harvested a few of them, and they're pretty cool. I've never grown loofah before. But yeah, a lot of dead material that's all going to need to come out. Trees are doing well. Berries are pretty much done. Oh, there comes that wind. I think all of our trees made it so far. We'll see how they do this winter. Here's another bed of sweet potatoes. Here we have new beds that just went in about a month ago, and lots of chickens. These are the American breasts. They're about 7 weeks old. These we hatched from our own eggs, and they are doing really, really, really well. We've got 10 in each of these little coops, and I'm about to split them into some more coops that I need to build. Oh, they're looking for treats though. Hi. Hi, birdies. So I think that's really gonna be it. Orchard is doing well. Trees are all growing. We've got, oh yeah, wait, there's a couple more things that are kind of cool over here. I'm about to harvest these two. The olive trees have been producing fruit, and so I'm going to try pickling some are brining some of our own olives. You can see a few of these here, and they're actually starting to get dark. They're Manzanito olives. This one really has quite a bit on it. Let's see. Yeah, look at all these. These are great. Lots and lots of olives. I know you're supposed to remove the fruit from trees on the first year, but yeah, I didn't do that. So we'll see how they taste. I think everything else we did actually remove the fruit from. So, I mean, this area definitely has a way to go. First year with trees. Always looks a little kind of underdeveloped. These kumquat trees are also producing a bunch, so we'll see how they do this winter. Here's, look at all these kumquats in there. Alright, well that is my update for fall of 2023. Take care.